Good evening, Lizzie Boys, and welcome back to my channel. You voted and I listened. Today we're going to be reviewing Lagoona. Because y'all didn't vote for Frankie, it's her turn. So this is the BOORIGINal CREEPRODUCTIon Lagoona, obviously not the original. It was sent to me for free by Mattel for promotional purposes. Speaking of Mattel, the dolls are available internationally right now on Mattel Creations. So if you are looking for these dolls, they are $25 on Mattel Creations right now, right at this second. And I don't think they're gonna go out of stock because these aren't a limited stock. These are playline dolls. They're not like collectors. Obviously you can keep them in the box if like you're an in-box collector, but they're not like intended for that, I guess. I mean, honestly, do whatever you want, but these dolls are playline, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that if they go out of stock, they will come back into stock, so you don't need to worry about that. All you need to worry about right now is how this doll Anyway, what I'm saying is, we're gonna compare this doll to the original today. I have my original Lagoona right here. I love when my camera cooperates with me. And, I'm gonna be doing my best to compare them because my Lagoona does have some repainted accessories because it's a long story, but basically I got scammed on my Lagoona and I just kind of fixed her up myself, but yeah. So anyway, let's get right into it and start by taking a look at the box. So the CREEPRODUCTIon Lagoona box is honestly really pretty. I like it a lot and I would keep this doll in the box if I wasn't more interested in comparing them. So, you know, gonna be doing some comparisons. On the top of her box it says, "Stay fantastically unique, ghouls." Which, yeah, you know, you gotta make fish puns because it's Lagoona. Her tape down here also says, 6 something birthday mix. I'm sorry, the text is really small and I can't see it. Obviously you guys can see it, but I'm holding a little camera and I can't see it, so yeah. Side of the box we have her artwork as well as a skelette symbol, and on the back we have the random Portuguese once again. None of you guys understood why that was there and I don't understand it either. We have yet another tape, and this one says Great Scary Reef Mix? Yeah, it's a reference to her movie, I guess, even though a lot of people didn't like that movie. I don't like mermaid dolls, so. And I never watched the movie. Can any of you tell me if Great Scary Reef was good? Yeah, I'm like this Monster High super fan, but I've never seen Great Scary Reef or Boo York, Boo York. Sorry. Meet the frighteningly fashionable teenage children of the world's most famous monsters. We go down into her bio, and man, Lagoona was only 15. I always thought that, like, all the characters were 16. I guess you and Claudine were, like, the babies. Or, no, Frankie's the actual baby because she's 16 days old, I'm pretty sure. The Monster High website is being referenced here, so I'm thinking maybe it's still around? I don't know. I'm hoping it is. But, here is her, code if you want to scan her at the store. And, yeah. We got the scales on the side. And all that's left to do now is unbox this doll and compare her to, you know, the original Lagoona. Couple quick disclaimers about my Lagoona. So I actually had to replace her arm because my Lagoona came with a glued up hand, so one of her arms is like from a later doll, from a 2015 one, so just in case that makes a difference. Her bracelet is also not the original one. I repainted Freak du Chic Twyla's. I regret it greatly because, you know, I love Freak du Chic Twyla. Why did I take her bracelet and repaint it? It's got these little faces on it. Her necklace is also repainted. I borrowed it from the Student Disembodied Council 5-pack. Her earrings are original. Her flower piece is original. But her jewelry pieces and her arm are not, so. Yeah, when I say I got scammed, that's what I mean. They sent me a doll with a broken arm without telling me that her arm was broken. She just had a lot of damage that was not disclosed to me. But I fixed her up. She's been my Lagoona for years, so let's get into the comparisons. I'm really second-guessing this right now. I don't know if I want to unbox her. Like, on one hand, it'd be cool to have them both out of the box for comparisons, but on the other hand, I already have the original, so it's like, should I? It was free, probably. I'm pretty sure her face is wonky. Like, this eye right here looks kind of smaller than the other. She was free, though. As I mentioned, Mattel sent her to me for the sake of reviewing her. So, you know, I don't mind it too much. I should just unbox the things and shut up. Here are my scissors. Let's begin with the fish. I'm going to cut the fish in half. You know, on all of Lagoona's original dolls, she always had rubber bands holding her leg fins on. It's actually interesting to see that this doll does not have that. So, you know, if you want to secure them, you just got to keep pushing them back in. I actually would have preferred if there were rubber bands around them. I even recreated it on mine, just because I wanted to make sure that they stayed on. But yeah, overall unboxing, everything's really easy. And some of you asked what kind of joints these dolls have. Plastic. They don't do elastic joints anymore. Not even on reproductions, because I think the plastic joints are just overall superior. They hold a pose much better than the elastic ones do. Like, watch, let me just try to, like, lift her leg. It just immediately falls back. The elastic joints really aren't all that. It's just kind of like a status thing to be like, oh yes, my doll is from 2010. Yeah, but can she hold a pose? Right away, there's a really minor difference. Lagoona, comes with a pearlescent brush, which is accurate to her original. But the stand is solid white. And I have my original Lagoona stand right here. It's always been this pearlescent white color, the same as the brush. So I think that's a very random change to make, especially when the brush still matches up. But you know, it's not the end of the world, it's just a doll stand. Once again, the bending of the diary did occur. I wish that they had thought that out a little more. They used to put the bottom of the stand like on the bottom of the box, I'm pretty sure. So I guess they want everyone to have a bent diary. That's like one of my very few complaints though. The doll otherwise is extremely accurate. You guys told me last time that Claudine's diary was 100% accurate, so I don't want to waste too much time on this, but the little bubbles that she drew in there are very cute. It's kind of all over all the pages. There's just bubbles everywhere. They're like sketched out in like a pen texture. It's really cute. Just everywhere. She made the little ... turn into bubbles. That's adorable. But anyway, here is Lagoona, fresh out of the box. There are very few changes between her and the original. Most of them are just kind of like minor cosmetic changes. And one thing that's bugged a lot of you is the fact that they changed her face. Her eyes are a bit smaller and less fishy, you know, because, fun fact, the fish eyes is considered to be wonk. This isn't considered to be like how she was supposed to look. This is considered to be like wonk because she's like facing both directions. So they were trying to fix that on this doll. I see why a lot of you guys prefer it though. I do kind of like this face better. But overall, this is a really faithful recreation. Her hair is very nice. I really like the new texture that they've been using. It feels a lot softer. And obviously Mattel stopped using glue in the doll's head, so no glue seepage. That's a big win. This doll has much more vibrant hair than my original Lagoona. Like, maybe this one was just poorly taken care of by the original owner or something, because all I've done is display her on a shelf. But I feel like her hair looks much more muted, especially the blue accents. Like, I feel like they're hardly visible in her bangs and such, but you can definitely see it here. It's much more visible. Everything is a very accurate recreation of the original. The shorts are actually a bit shorter compared to this one. Her joints are very good as well. They definitely hold a pose. And I actually never knew this. Her bracelet is not complete. It's not a full bracelet. It can just kind of be slipped off. So this one that I gave her was never even accurate to begin with. Ugh, childhood me is crying. I guess now's as good a time as any to start the comparisons. One thing I noticed right away is that there is more pink on the shoe straps. There's like a more visible pink outline, whereas before they were just kind of like solid black. Yeah, that's cute. I'm not actually sure which one I prefer. I think that they both look pretty good. This one has a bit more detail though, with having the pink outline. But they're both good, you know? Yeah. I feel like the white stripes are different too, but I think it's just an angle thing. The leg fins stayed about the same. Not much of a change there, which I'd hope there wouldn't be. I could just get her weak-ass nerd arm out of the way. Yeah. Once again, the mesh thing, larger holes here, and it's more fine here. I feel like you can really see how the shorts got shorter compared to the original. I'm sorry, her things are kind of like turned inside out for some reason. Yeah, here it kind of looks more like shorter than these ones. There's a slight difference between the scale pattern that they used, which I think makes sense. It's more just that, you know, they didn't have access to this exact same one, so they recreated it. And it just looks like the slightest bit different. It's mostly just the placement of the scales. There are slight differences between the hood as well. The outlines are much more, like, thick here compared to these ones. The scales are much more thinly outlined. It's more visible if I turn them around, so let's do that. Yeah, so as you can see, much thicker outlines on the reproduction compared to the original. But again, nothing too major. And yeah, you can definitely see what I was talking about with the hair here. The blue is just such a much more vibrant, that's what I'm trying to say, on the reproduction compared to the original. And once again, I don't know if this is just my doll, but, you know, that's just something pretty easy to notice. There's honestly little to no difference between the purses, except for like the color of gold. Once again, it's more yellowish here and more metallic gold here. This is the reproduction, this is the original. So, not much of a change. Neptuna even looks exactly the same. So once again, with the reproduction, they have much more rubbery hands compared to much more solid, hard plastic hands. This is the only original Lagoona arm I had. I had to replace her other one here. So that's how I can tell the difference. But overall, this is a really good recreation. This is an amazing reproduction. Mattel has always been good with reproductions. The only time that they ever gave us like subpar or bad ones was 2015, where they were just missing tons of details. The flowers are also exactly alike as well. I would say this one has much thicker black lines than this one. But once again, very minor stuff, doesn't even matter. Lagoona's hair is just much more voluminous and curly on the repro, and mine. Her hair just falls a lot more flat. That's probably because I had to redo the style myself, though. My Lagoona was a huge fixer-upper. I never even noticed this, but she's got a paint chip in her eye. Might be hard to see, but it's like right there by her her eyelash. Yeah, fortunately her bangs cover it. Overall, I think Lagoona is definitely one of the best reproductions from this line, though I don't think any of them are bad, so I don't know what I mean by best. It's more just like, you know, this is probably the first time Lagoona's gotten like a 100% accurate reproduction, because the only other one she had was 2015, where she was missing paint details from her shoes. Her flower was just solid pink. It was just like, you know, a lot of people didn't like the 2015 reproductions, but that was all people had for a while. But, you know, she was also only in a 6-pack, so this is Lagoona's first solo reproduction. I think there was one that was released in, Europe, though. Yeah, where she had, like, not the original box, but, you know, like, the one that, like, first edition releases had afterwards, like the one Spectra and Abby had. You know what I'm talking about, right? Point is, this is Lagoona's first widely accessible reproduction, and I think they did a fantastic job with her. I really like her, and I do admit there's a lot of aspects I prefer about this doll to mine, just especially the hair. It's so nice. So yeah, these dolls, once again, are available on Mattel Creations right now internationally. So, like, you know, if you live in another country outside of the United States, it should be available for you, though you will have to pay import tax, which I know it sucks, but, you know, it beats paying like $100 to scalpers. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun reviewing and comparing these dolls, and I hope to see you in my next one, where we will finally be reviewing Frankie. Yeah. So yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!